well-known interior designer from Canada and a good friend of mine, Tracey Fines.
Tracey Fines has been a successful real estate investor for over 25 years. Not only does she flip properties for massive profits, she designs and builds luxury custom homes and develops land. Tracey is an experienced investor and builder, published interior designer, and she has won numerous awards for design. Tracey is an award-winning author and international speaker who has been featured in international publications and on television. Having a zest for life, a love of great design, and an enthusiasm for creating beauty, she will uplift and inspire you to take massive action in your life to achieve your goals. And she wants to help you do the same. Please welcome Tracey Fines.
And then the last thing of, like, there's many little orders, like especially if there's specialty items. Sometimes if you want some special tile, you're going to need to get onto ordering your tiles next. Tiles might take some time because they might come from another warehouse in another city, because not everything is stored in one city. A lot of things are shipped overseas, literally overseas, and will be stored in a warehouse near the port. Okay, like Montreal is our port, so a lot of tiles are not here in Toronto. I have to wait to get them from Montreal sometimes, which doesn't take too long. Okay, is there something else? Specialty items. There's, of course, carpet and flooring, all the finishes now. Generally readily available are the finishes like carpet, flooring, paint, wall cover. If you are doing like maybe a nice wall covering in a powder room or one wall, like as a feature wall or something like that, you may run into delivery times, but most of that kind of stuff is stocked, and it's not that hard to get. Electrical fixtures, you definitely want to know what fixtures you want to use, because I think fixtures are really key. Fixtures and electrical light fixtures and the hardware. The hardware meaning doorknobs, door handles of any kind, bathroom accessories. That kind of stuff might take a few weeks to get, but it usually is readily available. But the electrical light fixtures, I find, and the hardware are the finishing touches. They're like the accessories and the jewelry of your space. Really important in how it looks. So electrical light fixtures, definitely you need to have an idea of what you're going to be using. Like, for example, what if you have wall sconces in a dining room? Like, if you don't know what the fixture is, how are you going to instruct the electrician what height to put those wall boxes at? Where to put the wires coming out of the wall if you don't know what you're putting there. So you really have to have that planned out as well. And I mean, pendant lights aren't so bad because you can adjust heights on where like chandeliers and pendants that hang down from the ceiling. You can adjust heights on those, not such an issue. But you need to know, where pot lights need to go. So you need to have a furniture plan laid out. You need to know where those pot lights should be sitting. Because I like to spot art. Okay, so I kind of know where I want my pot lights to go, which is generally evenly placed around the perimeter of the room, so I can wall wash the art. I mentioned this last week, I am not into having a ceiling look like a spaceship that's taking off. Like, that's just not the proper use of pot lights. Okay, I'm not into living in a spaceship atmosphere. So not a good look. So use the pot lights for washing the walls with light, and always use a directional gimbal. So that the gimbal is how the bulb inside, it can pivot and turn. Okay, that's the gimbal, and that can be angled to go against the wall. And sometimes I also like to put a couple of pot lights directly over the dining room table, right? Because it can really highlight the centerpiece of the table nicely. Also the food, it's really nice to highlight the food, which is like highlighting abundance in one's life. So I'll have a chandelier over the table, maybe 1 or 2 chandeliers, depending on how big this room is. But then I will have pot lights as well, evenly placed on either side of the chandelier, or maybe if there's 2 chandeliers, there might be 3 pot lights that are evenly spaced, alternating, depending on how big that table is. So you really need to know the end result of where the furniture's sitting, right? So electrical can be put in the right places, especially when it comes to lights. Okay, electrical outlets, as far as duplex outlets, those things have to go. I mean, they by code they have to be, I don't know, something like every 10 feet. I don't know what exactly the rule is. The electrician will know, but you may have the need to have them on your counter, right? And you need to know, what do I need these appliances, these duplex outlets for? A duplex receptacle is the power receptacle, right? The 2 plugins that you have there, it's actually called a duplex because it's 2. Duplex receptacle. And you may have different appliances on your countertop, like maybe you have a kettle, a microwave, any kind of appliances that need to get plugged in. You need to let the electrician know what those are, because some of them will require special wiring, separate circuits. Okay, so you don't want to overload your circuitry in electrical with too many appliances, or the whole thing will just shut off the breaker, and that means that there's no more power. You have to go to the breaker, the electrical panel, and switch it back on. So don't worry about if you don't know what that is, what I just said. It's just a matter of letting the electrician know where your appliances are going to be, also countertop appliances, so that he can properly give you the right circuitry and the right power amount. And I'm sure all of you have blown a circuit before and tripped a breaker, right? So I don't think I'm talking about something that you're not familiar with. This is so fun. I really love sharing with you, and I appreciate all of you being here. So have a wonderful day. If you have any more questions, just put them in the chat, in the discussion. Sorry, not in the chat, in the discussion in the Facebook group. Or you can direct message me through Facebook, okay? If you have something that you want to keep private. I love seeing all of you guys as well. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon. Hey, hi, Tracey Fines here, and I'm so glad that you watched my video and my presentation, because I love sharing what I do. I'm very passionate about it, and I want to help you do this too. So if this is interesting to you and you're excited to get involved in real estate investing, then click the link in the description below, and I invite you to join me at my live presentation, where you can ask me questions and I can help you in the best way possible. So I look forward to sharing with you more at that presentation. See you then.